So there is a connection in your life where somebody is feeling much stronger than you are. And I'm not saying that you don't feel strongly about this connection. I'm saying that this person, I'm getting a lot of cards for this person, and it shows to me that this person feels very strongly about this connection. My apologies. I might drink some water in the midst of reading this. I don't know if you guys can see all of the different cards for my beautiful Rosie Bjorkman and Hans Arnold, the Yolanda Witch deck. Beautiful deck. Beautiful deck. This person is beautiful. That's the first thing that I'm getting. This person is gorgeous. But I can definitely sense that I'm getting a really clear idea of how this person is feeling. I want to get a few archetype cards to really corroborate my feeling. I'm going to close my eyes and see where this lands. I want to know, where is this going to land? Maybe it's going to land on you, maybe it's going to land on the other person. I kind of want to know, what do they think about this connection? What do they think you think about this connection is kind of what I want to know with this deck. So what does this person think you think about this connection? Because when I asked here, it was what was this connection, and that was more catered to you guys. What do they think you think about this connection is kind of like what I want to know. What do they think you think about this connection? Okay, interesting. We have King. It came flying right out, right over here, which is super interesting to me. It's definitely, I think they're actually sort of grabbing on it. Yeah, okay, they're cooking. Like there's something where, yeah, they're right about something for sure. Okay, so this connection was overall a pretty disappointing. It sort of yielded a little bit of a disappointing outcome, or at the very least, at the moment, it's yielding a little bit of a disappointing outcome, is kind of what I'm sensing. I'm sensing that this connection was a connection in which there was a desire to change, to transmute what was the initially established vibe, the initially established dynamic, but it was not successful. It was not successful. There was no transmutation. I think that this connection was meant to happen. It was meant to sort of like go down the way it did. But it, I think, I don't really see any separation per se. I mean, the Judgment card can definitely recall separation, but I'm really sensing that there is a sort of really interesting, there's a really interesting energy with the Five of Coins here. The Five of Coins, I'm really sensing it's an isolation card. There might, and whenever I get the Prince of Coins with this specific deck, I always get a sort of like movement card. So I feel like there might have been a situation in which somebody had to move somewhere. There was like either a trip, a traveling opportunity here that sort of like stunted the connection and forced isolation upon two people. I really sense that in this connection, there is a deep sense of loneliness. There's a deep sense of isolation caused mutually between the two people involved, you and the other person. We have listened to my advice. You and I will both regret it if you do not. Resistance to words that might seem harsh and cruel, but that might work in your favor. So there might be a sort of harshness in the communication that you guys are, giving to each other. You guys might not be the best communicators in this specific situation, but I feel like throughout this communication, you guys have been you guys have sort of been like coming to terms with certain truths about your life. So this person might really elucidate a lot of things for you specifically. This person might really, really open your heart and open your eyes to different possibilities that you could not deem as, relevant or existent within your own reality. But actually, whenever they speak about it, you sort of resonate with them when you were not even expecting that. So that is really, really interesting. I'm heavily sensing with a Five of Coins and Prince of Coins, that this is a really slow connection. There's something really slow about this connection. There's something ever growing about the connection that I am speaking about here. With the Five of Coins right now, I definitely think that there's resistance. There's resistance also on the message card here. There's resistance there, there's resistance here. There's a lot of resistance overall in this energy. With the Prince of Coins, I think this equals to the Page of Coins though. There's definitely a certain desire within this connection, not necessarily even within you. I'm not really tapping into your energy here. I'm mostly tapping into the other person's energy because that's what we want to know, right? I want to know the tea. And I think that there's definitely like a certain desire to reach stability. There's a certain initiative that this person is feeling, and maybe that you're feeling as well, to reach stability. But I think that there is an acknowledgement that in order to reach stability, there needs to be a certain amount of pouring into the connection that needs to be done. So there is a desire for initiative, but so far, I'm definitely sensing that we're in a period of isolation. We're in a period of self-confinement, maybe even a little bit. So maybe one of you guys are sick. Take this how it resonates. Maybe one of you guys had to, like, take days off work or just stay at home really much more frequently than you were because you guys were sick. This could apply to you. This could apply to the other person, or a really close person within the connection, like somebody's mother, somebody's father, like somebody had to really be staying home. I definitely sense with the Five of Coins guilt card that there is a certain level of, well, there is a regret. There definitely is regret. There's regret and there's guilt. We have both in what the connection is. And that's really interesting. So I feel like maybe there were opportunities to act upon something that really were not enacted. People didn't seize the opportunities that they had to, and now there's a certain level of guilt and a sort of feeling of self-imposed isolation within this connection because of the fact that there was regret that surrounded the upheavals or the endeavors that were present within the connection at a certain point. These upheavals or endeavors could also be present at the moment. So take that how it resonates. I definitely think that clouds could be very significant in this connection. Maybe cloud imagery is something you guys really like. Maybe you guys counted clouds. Maybe somebody's really could be described as being very like head in the clouds, somebody who's really just like super dreamy in this connection is sort of kind of what I'm getting. Another thing that I'm really sensing with the Prince of Coins or the Page of Coins is overall sort of battle between impulsivity and slowly building for this connection, slowly building up to something is kind of like what I'm getting. So this occurred, but the Prince of Coins being up right here is definitely making me feel like there's a lot of hope in this connection. There's a lot of potential for something stable, and there's a lot of desire for something stable as well. It's not even just potential, it's that the desire is there. There just needs to be that Prince of Coins action, right? Even if the coin energy is very slow, there needs to be that action. I want to keep in mind to listen to my advice. You and I will both regret it if you do not, because this can definitely ramify into different messages. So I'm going to put it as an overarching message right over here. I might choose another message to sort of like clarify this card here. So I think for this card, it was, what does this person think you think about the connection? King. You think that this connection, the person thinks that you think that this connection would serve both of you a lot of good, is the first thing that I'm getting. It would serve you both a lot of good, but I feel like there's a certain level of ego that this person is perceiving within you, and this might also be incorrect, by the way. This person doesn't necessarily have accurate judgment within the connection, but maybe this person perceives you as very egoic, as somebody who really chases validation from other people, very I don't want to say performative, but very easily gratified, searches for instant gratification a lot, which is sort of, in their perspective, stunting you from making any action, from enacting anything, is really what I'm getting here. I'm getting that this person with the King energy might be really stopping themselves from working with their masculine energy to actually move forward in this connection, which is super interesting. I really think that this person has a lot of power within the connection, or a lot of power in general. And I think that they perceive you as powerful on equal foot. So you guys have the same amount of power, and they really perceive that. They perceive you as somebody who's very authoritative, has a lot of authority, has a lot of influence, has a lot of power, as I'd already mentioned, has a lot of good ideas, very innovative ideas, but also very grounded in a certain energy of maybe innovation, of also maybe tradition, which is a little bit contradictory, but it's almost like within a certain tradition, you guys innovate. So let's say like for Thanksgiving, we'll always celebrate Thanksgiving, but instead of bringing turkey, we'll bring chicken. That's like just an example. It's an analogy. Just to show you guys what I mean for traditional, but also innovative within that traditional route. This person might perceive you as very close to their culture as well, is what I'm getting, like very close to their roots. So you might speak more than 1 or 2 languages, depending on where you guys live. Enlightened, benevolent leadership. This person definitely perceives you as a leader, and they think that you think that they are also pretty forward with their leadership. They take initiative. I don't think they think that you perceive them, sorry, that's a really complicated sentence to formulate. You perceive them, according to them, as somebody who mirrors those qualities. So it's not just that you are this way, but I think that they think that you also think that they're this way as well. So you're like, they're acknowledging all of these qualities and flaws that you guys have. And then they're saying, I'm pretty sure that they think the same about me. They maybe feel like there's this mirroring energy where you guys are both sort of like incarnating this isolation energy, but this desire to move forward. And I feel like there is a lot of a strategic masculine energy here, non-impulsivity. I'm just curious because when we look at this card here, we have the Fool. The Fool is automatically like super duper impulsive, right? So that's definitely something that's really interesting. Here's how the person is feeling about you. I'm facing regret that is, bro, I wasn't even looking at that, and I was like, what the hell? So we have 2 regret cards. You will regret it if you do not. I'm facing regret that is stopping me from acting on my true desires. I think that this person either was given bad advice about this connection or didn't take somebody's advice, acted in a contrary way to what was offered to them, and they regretted it. They definitely regretted it in this connection. And right now, I'm definitely sensing the stagnancy, and it's rooted in regret. They're really basking in regret right now. They're really honed in on this emotion, and when you feel regret, you feel like there's nothing that can be done. And I think that this is how this person is feeling right now. Oh, I have regret. Oh no, I'm feeling regret. Oh no, oh no, oh no. And there's this constant like, oh no, cyclically coming back into this person's emotional field that I'm really sensing. I'm sensing also, I want to build a home, where I feel like you only want to build a tree house. Super interesting. I'm getting that this person might definitely feel that you give them mixed signals, that you're not entirely sure why you want to be in this connection, what you are looking for in this connection. Maybe this person is at a point in their life where they feel like they want something more stable, something more committed, something more grounded, and that the things that you have to offer, or at the very least the things that you are presenting yourself as, are not those things. Maybe this person can definitely see that there's interest, there's definitely attraction, but the problem here is that they're not sensing any concrete action from you to really solidify the connection. But at the same time, there's this regretful energy here. There is regret. There is regret. There is regret about something here. So maybe this person is blaming you a lot, where they're not really looking inwards to really take accountability for the connection and the state in which the connection is right now. They're putting a lot on you, maybe, because we have like really contradictory cards here. But I definitely do sense the mixed signals, and I'm definitely sensing that because there's mirroring energy as well, that this person is sort of mirroring that energy back to you as well. Also, I'm definitely sensing that there is a certain they're failing to properly assess what you want and what type of thing you want. Do you want a fling? Do you want What the hell do you want? So this could be an ex. This could also be a crush. I'm not sensing that this is a current relationship. This could be one of the two things. This could be a situationship, friends with benefits, but this is definitely not a relationship. If you guys are in a relationship and are watching this, this might be somebody who's crushing on you right now, or I don't know, but I'm not sensing that this is a relationship. When I picked this card, the Queen of Swords, it fell on the ground. This is awesome that it fell on the ground because I feel that this person is really negatively stabilizing themselves in a Queen of Swords energy. This person is actively disciplining themselves to be cold, actively disciplining themselves to be strategic, actively disciplining themselves to not show their true colors. They're hiding something from you here, 100%. And the Queen of Swords energy is something that we really don't want to mess with, somebody we don't really want to mess with, you know? So the Queen of Swords energy that I'm really sensing here is that this person right now might be a little bit harsh, a little bit rash, a little bit rude even, a little bit cutthroat, unapologetic. But they're disciplining themselves to do that. So it really comes across as inauthentic. It doesn't come across as, oh, this person is like that. It comes across as, yo, why is this person acting that way? It's clearly a front. And I really do think, given especially the proximity of the cards, that this is really fueled by regret. That's stopping them from acting on a desire. On my true desire, they desire, I didn't even read that. They desire something. And I want to know what that is. But before, I'm really sensing all of this energy, the moon. This person can be a Pisces. That's definitely something. This is the only card I'm sensing. It's Pisces. Like, this person can definitely be a Pisces. This person has a lot of secrets. They're hiding a lot of things. I really, really sense that they're hiding a lot of things. There's desire, 100%. There's desire here. With the Fool here, we have this impulsivity. But again, with this Prince of Swords here, we have the sort of like, and also the Queen of Swords, this active disciplining yourself to not act on impulse, to not act really rashly towards the connection, because if we're going to have something good, it's going to have to take a little bit of time. And there's also this confusion here, right? So maybe that there's this sort of trepidation, there's this reluctance to actually face the connection head forward because the person isn't really sure of what you want. This person doesn't really know what your expectations are, is also what I'm getting. The Fool, what do they feel about this connection? The Fool, they do definitely want to do something. There's this active disciplining. There are a lot of secrets that this person is keeping. They feel also in this connection that they don't really know a lot of things. They feel sort of in the dark about a lot of things. They don't feel really knowledgeable about the situation. So maybe this dynamic is something completely new, something that they have a hard time navigating. Maybe you're somebody they haven't really dealt with before. This is almost like a new pattern. No. Or maybe as well, yeah, it's almost like I'm getting this energy where it's almost like there's this, you're appearing in this person's life as somebody that they used to know, but you're not that person and they're aware of it. So it's like you remind them of somebody, but you do so many things that are not resemblant to that somebody that it almost creates this cognitive dissonance where I think this person was not necessarily the healthiest. There's this return of energy, right? But through your actions, you're proving that you can almost like close the cycle that this person had commenced in their life. So it's like you do have similar behavioral patterns, but nevertheless, you have other patterns that show this person that you remedy to what this old person could not do. Because we have the 20 here. We have 20, we have the Judgment, which is closing cycles. It's also really related to death. It's related to transformation, return of the past, a judgment call. So some old energy coming back, but we also have the Moon, right? We have the Moon, which is very obviously about secrets. It's about the unconscious. It's about the unknown. It's about also sometimes negative energy, but I'm not sensing that here. But overall, we have the Fool. The Fool, what does the Fool talk about? Impulsive decisions, going at something blindly. So we have a lot of different energies combining, and I'm definitely sensing confusion on this person's end 100%. Because there's all of this different energy regarding this person's feelings towards the connection, towards you. There is this active disciplining though, and I feel like there's mirroring with this disciplining with the Queen of Swords. But yeah, so they don't really know that much. They are hiding a lot of things, and I think that what they're hiding is desire. They're actively disciplining themselves of hiding desire to actually pursue something with you because of this, weird sort of ambiguity in regards to this level of commitment that you are going to put into this connection. Now, with the Judgment card, I'm sensing sort of like a feeling that this person, you reflect to them a past cycle that they were in, but in an elevated way. So it's like you do things from that past cycle, but it's not that past cycle because other behaviors show this person that there's an upgrade here, that there is much improvement vis-a-vis what they used to be living. I'm really heavily sensing that right now, and it's a really specific message, but I'm sensing it. I'm sensing that this person sees that there is new here. It's not like a repetition of what they used to be living. Like they may feel with you actually that they're out of something. They may feel that they're out there, they actually like broke free from a cycle and that they can start something new. Well, and this really arches into the Fool here. It links with this card here where we're talking about this impulsive decision, but also this sense of new, water time, the sense of new that you're embarking on, that you at the very least want to embark on, but there's a sense of isolation within the connection here with the 5 of coins. And almost like the sense that it's impossible to change it, that's causing this this stagnancy. So there's this want, there's this desire, but there are all of these different factors that I mentioned, replay it if you forgot, that are contributing to stagnancy. So that's sort of like what I'm sensing right now. I also like, as I was looking, I saw the moon on the box. The moon is a very important card. Heavy Pisces energy. Sorry, but also, you guys also feel like you don't know that much, okay? You guys are mirroring each other a lot, but this is really where you're mirroring each other. You guys don't know a lot. You guys are really out, sort of like in a void when it comes to this connection. Now, I want to know, what is this person, what do they plan on doing? Is kind of what I want to know. What do they plan on doing? And I'm also going to ask, what are they desiring? No, I'm going to start with that. What are they desiring? I'm going to pick up. I'm going to start with my messages. What are they desiring? So I'm closing my eyes. I'm feeling it intuitively. Okay. Well, they're desiring a lot of things clearly, but I'm not going to take all of this. I'm definitely taking this one. I'm taking the one in the middle. Yeah, I'm going to take, no. Fudge. I'm going to go at it again. What are they desiring? Yeah, okay, got it. Here's what they're desiring. I'm ashamed of my current desires. This is insane. I'm ashamed of my current desires as they conflict with my ideas of comfort. New. They want new. They want the Fool energy. They want new. They want something different. They want to get out of that cycle, and they perceive you as the key to that. But there's stagnancy because of regret, and there's stagnancy because of maybe a bit of blame. What do they want to? What do they desire? I know I would need to make sacrifices to be in your presence and fear taking a leap of faith. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. There is a certain level of new that they are acquiring, but maybe they're not emotionally ready or mature enough to actually take that on. So what are they going to do? So for what they're going to do, I kind of want to go about it. Okay. Well, the magician is out, which is a good sign. They're going to be a little bit weird. I'm not going to lie to you here. The Magician is a little bit weird, wacko energy, but also it's a new thing here. So I want to like see what they're going to do. What are they going to do about this connection? Because right now there's stagnancy. And what do you have to do? So we're going to do that, but we're going to start with 2442. You guys are going to do similar things. I can already tell you right off the bat, you guys are going to act very similarly, or you guys feel like you have to do the same thing. Well, let's see though. Let's see. So listen to my advice. We debunk that. So what are they going to do? Again, look at how it landed on what is supposed to be for you, right? You guys are really thinking similarly here. You guys are planning really similarly, okay? This is really what I'm getting. Yeah, I'm getting this card here. What is it? Oh my God. Love. Two of freaking cups. I got it reversed, but I'm not feeling the reversed solely. I'm feeling like other things. First of all, cleansing. I'm sensing cleansing. I'm sensing a sort of like idea here that there's going to be, yeah. Oh my God, that's crazy. There's gonna be union 100%. There's a desire, there's a mutual desire here too. First of all, there's a mutual desire of union. There's a mutual desire for union. There's a mutual desire to sort of like be together, to congregate, to do something together. Okay, and Two of Cups usually talks about really relationship energy. So there's a desire to get to know each other, to invest in each other, to pour into each other's cups, to share with each other, to gain more experience with the other person, to build memories, right? I'm really feeling this is more of a crush situation, but this could also be an ex. It came out reversed, which is really interesting. I feel like there's also this cleansing energy where I feel like there are certain connections in this person's life that are not serving them. And I think that this is something that you can apply to your life as well. And you're fully aware of it. And I think that there's going to be a certain level of cleansing that's going to happen before, you know, not initiating, that's not the right word, before fully pouring into this connection. It's really, really what I'm sensing. Wow. There's this feeling of inaction, but I feel like there's planning here almost with the Prince of Coins. There's planning slow and steady, even if there's this desire and this feeling of new that's really wanting to be acquired within this connection. I really sense that there is already an emotional bond here. There's almost like the spiritual emotional connection between you guys. I'm sorry, I'm hiding her boobs, but yeah, there is union on the front. So what are you going to do in this connection? Well, right off the bat, I'm sensing that there is a sort of slow and steady pace that you guys have to maintain. Don't rush into it. This person is definitely thinking of you as a potential partner or as a potential experience. Water time. Sorry, I got laryngitis recently, so. This person is definitely perceiving you as a potential person. They're a potential person. But it started off like this. I turned it, it went like this, I turned it like this. So it's going to be a slow process. But right now, they're cleansing their energy. They're purifying their life a lot. Beautiful. They're purifying their life a lot. I like this person's energy, though it is very confused. I want to know what you have to do. What do you have to do in this connection? So cutting into the Tower, I'll keep it in mind, but I don't really know what that means. The Tower, be bold, be spontaneous maybe. We'll see. I really want to get something out though. What do you have to do in this connection? Oh, wow. Birth. Ace of Coins. I know what this is. Look at this Ace of Coins with the Two of Cups. Plant your seeds is what I'm saying. plant your seeds everywhere in your life is really what I'm saying. Stabilize your life. Get a routine. Get a routine established. Pour into other spheres of your life. And really make sure that those things in your life are really, really nourished. They're really, really, they're harvest. They're almost harvested. They're fertile. They're good. Like, make sure that the other elements of your life, that the other important factors, spheres of your life are really benefiting you and are really, really prosperous. And conversely, when that happens, when you have more stability in the other spheres of your life, a better routine, A, there will be clarity in the situation. B, I think that I need more clarity, because there's something that's going to cause. I don't know what it's going to cause, but I feel like it's going to lead to the 2, right? Because we have 1 and 2. So when I get 1 and 2, it means that there's succession here. So I'm really trying to sense what this is going to cause. So I really do feel, though, yeah, I'm getting tingles. You really need to pour into the other spheres of your life, gain success elsewhere before pouring into this energy. And I'm not saying completely deplete the other person of your energy. I'm just saying really prioritize other things is what I'm getting, in order for those things to be stable, very stable. Okay, yes, once this person notices that you are stable, that you have your stuff together, you have your shit together, okay? This is going to vanish. Because this is really ambiguous to this person. So yeah, there is regret, okay? But I feel like this is tying them down the most. So because this is tying them down, this is so interesting. Because this is tying them down, I feel like it's almost going to cause a chain reaction, which is why I got 1 and 2, okay? You pour into other spheres of your life is really a strong message that I'm getting. Really solidify your life. Really do things that you're like, I did this. Like, I could do this. Like, I did this. I succeeded at this, okay? And be forward about it. Be, as the tower said, be spontaneous about it. Express it, communicate it, really communicate it. Like, don't pull back in this energy is what I'm getting. Really be forward about your success. Be forward about what you have done, about your accomplishments. And this person, I think, is sort of going to notice that you're not flimsy, that you're not flaky. Because I think maybe this was also the case in another connection before, right? There was a certain flakiness in another connection. And I think that this might be the behavior that you're reflecting to them, is that flaky behavior that they already dealt with in the past. And I think that once they realize that you're really on your shit, you're really, really disciplining yourself, and you're really disciplined overall, and you've been doing it for a really long time, and you have things to say for yourself, that's when they're going to realize, wait, my conception of this person is incorrect. This is going to be dismantled, and though the regret is still going to be there, it's going to propel them forward, and I think they're going to look for this. But I'm really sensing, like, show that you are really pouring into other spheres of your life, and yeah, like, establish a routine, establish maybe a new routine as well, in terms of your overall lifestyle is really what I'm getting, especially maybe financially. I think it's really important for you to do that. Yeah, just be really, really stable, but there is definitely a financial thing related here. So yeah, a bank, stuff like that. And the 10 of coins talks about, completion. That's how you're going to get completion from the stagnant energy, is when you start pouring into other things, pouring your energy, pouring your time into other things. That's when you're going to be like, that's when the result, the 2 of Cups, is going to come out. But it's going to be through this, 100% this 10 of coins energy. Almost like showcasing your success is going to augment your sexual appeal as well, is kind of what I'm getting with the 10 of coins. With the 10 of coins, I'm getting, really that's what I'm getting for the 10 of coins. This really like grounded masculine energy. Like almost show them that you're the boss. You're the boss. Like this person's attracted to bosses. Like somebody who's like, is kind of like what I'm getting. I don't know why I got another romantic energy deck here. This is clearly romantic. But I really hope this resonated for you guys. I almost don't want to stop this reading. It's so interesting. We really uncovered a lot of things here. Huh. Wow, beautiful. Yeah. Look at how much victory we have in this deck here. Victory. We have the Two of Cups. Let things flow a little bit. But stay grounded, stay routine, stay disciplined. Yeah, stay disciplined is really what I'm getting. Even within this connection, the other person is going to stay disciplined until... Yeah, that's so interesting. Okay, and birth, right? Birth. This is going to birth it. Birth, love, come on. And the sort of en français, in French we say entremise, the middle, the intermediary card is success. Birth, success, love. Yeah, this really sums it up. But yeah, oh, the Two of Cups. Guys, for real, like this is very hopeful energy. All right, I hope you guys, hope you guys appreciated this reading. Look at all of this. Whoa. Anyways, so bisous, popcorn, and I'll see you guys another time. Hopefully sooner. I got laryngitis and this caused me not to be able to speak, but now my tonsils are fully purified from that negative demonic energy and I can actually start reading. So if you guys want personal readings, my personal readings are always available. You can contact me through Instagram, iMessage if you have it, in the comments, and I will reach out to you. And yeah, there you go. Peace out, guys.